Hey guys, NES Addict here. I've been collecting Nintendo NES games for almost 6 years now. I think it's finally time to take you guys along on the journey. Get ready, because
it's time for AwesomeNES.
Alright, so the first game I picked up I got from my local video game store, the Video Game Cavern in Taylor, South Carolina. If you guys live in South Carolina, go check them out. They are awesome. I love you guys. That game is Time Lord. So Time Lord is this game made by Milton Bradley. You take control of this dude who's trying to go through our history to keep aliens from rewriting the past. The object of the game is to go through and find 4 orbs in each of the levels. Once you find those 4 orbs, you get to fight a final boss. Depending on if you beat that boss, you get the 5th orb. And if you get the 5th orb, you get to move on through space and see what's happening next. It's a pretty fun game. I think it could be a little bit easier locating some of the orbs, but once I figure it out, I think this is going to be a fun play. The next game I have literally never heard of. It's called Isolated Warrior. So Isolated Warrior is a game I've never heard of. It's also made by a company I've never heard of, NTVIC, NTV International Corporation. Isolated Warrior has a unique perspective. It's an isometric view. You go through these different levels, fighting all sorts of aliens with your gun. He has a pretty good jump. It kind of has some anti-gravity, so you can kind of float a little bit as you're landing. So far I haven't put that much time into this game, but I think if I could get into it, it's going to be a pretty good one. The next game I got's been on my list for a long time. That game is G.I. Joe The Atlantis Factor. So G.I. Joe The Atlantis Factor looks like the sequel to G.I. Joe A Real American Hero. Once again, you take control of the G.I. Joes, making your way through the different levels and unlocking new characters. I have not played this game that much, but so far it seems like a good game. Not quite as good as A Real American Hero, but I think it's still going to be a quality game. Pretty excited to have G.I. Joe in the collection. The final game I got, I'm actually very excited to have in my collection. This is a game I've been wanting for a long time, and that is Gargoyles Quest 2. So back in the day, Capcom made Gargoyles Quest for Game Boy. It's a pretty awesome game. Later they came out with its sequel on the NES, and that was Gargoyles Quest 2. You take control of Firebrand and make your way through different levels. Firebrand has a very unique ability where he can hover, land on things, and fly. Just by playing this game a very short amount of time, I can already tell this is going to be imperative to making my way through each level. I think the learning curve's a little steep, but once you get used to it, Gargoyles Quest 2 is going to be one sick game, and I'm super happy to have it in the collection. Alright guys, so last time you checked in I had 279 NES games. Add these 4 and that equals 283 Nintendo games. Well, I hope you enjoyed what I picked up for September. October's already here and I already picked up a few things. Hope you guys come back to see more awesomeness. As always, thanks for watching and take care.